Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in on the podcast Ohnestly. Before we get right into this episode, I just want to remind you all that you can find this podcast on Apple Pods, Spotify, and Castbox as well. If you have any suggestions as to where else we can put this podcast, please reach out to me on my Twitter or Instagram. And if you'd like to be a guest on the Ohnestly podcast, kindly fill in the form in the show notes. And here's what we have for you coming up on this episode.
Now, I think you can already guess what happened. That unfaithful night when I come back and work late. I wake up in the morning the next day and I don't even notice it at first. I just wake up in the morning. My first instinct is to sweep, go around the living room, clean up the kitchen a bit. So as I'm there sweeping, I'm like, okay, before I iron, let me pack my working bag. So at least I have my work bag packed, my clothes ironed. So from the shower, I just get up, pick up my bag and go. I look around the living room. Can I see my working bag? I can't see it. I'm like, huh? I'm like, wait.
Hi, my name is Monjoy and welcome to Ohnestly, a podcast about the unfiltered human experience. Each episode features stories from everyday people capturing the gut-wrenching, hilarious, completely unhinged, and everything in between. On this podcast, we share the moments that have shaped who we are and changed how we see the world, or have just made us laugh. So join us as we listen to honest stories from honest strangers.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Ohnestly. This is part 2 of my crazy moving out story. First of all, I want to say sorry, guys. This episode was supposed to come out literally like 5 days ago, but a girl had been dying in corporate. Forgive me, y'all, forgive me, but it is here. It is finally here, and I'm very, very excited to share the story with you. People have been crying, texting me, you gotta release part 2 right now. It's out. And if you thought part 1 was funny, guys, part 2 will have you hunching over in pain from laughing too much. Oh my goodness. As in, I narrated the story, and while listening to it, I couldn't believe I went through this much. Like crazy. Anyways, so please enjoy part 2. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to share this podcast with your people, like it, subscribe to the platform that you're listening on, and feel free to share your story as well. Okay, bye now. Enjoy the story. After an altercation with Kathy, my landlady, things just go south from there. We never see eye to eye, basically. I call her daughter. I tell her yesterday I was with your, I had an altercation with your mother at her church because she was making noise for me. I don't understand how someone can run a church and a business in the same place, and especially the business being a rental. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. She's like, I'm so sorry about that. I'll talk to her. She does that a lot, but you know what? We have talked to her. She won't do it again. I'm like, she better not, because I will call KCCA. She's like, okay, which. You guys, the next week, Thursday, Friday, the same thing happens. And I call the daughter. I'm like, your mother's making noise to me again. Like, what's happening? Like, why can't she? I mean, what kind of parent does this? Your children are running rentals and you're disturbing their business by making noise for the tenants. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Up to now, it didn't make sense to me. Anyways, she's like, I'm so sorry, let me talk to her. The noise doesn't go down. And this time I don't have the energy to get out of my bed and complain. So I just stay awake until they get done. And that time they got done at 5 in the morning on Saturday. Mind you, I had to be at my church the next day. The next day at 9:30. These guys left me with 4 hours left to sleep. I was pissed. Also, on top of all that, there is still no water in the house. I'm still fetching water in what? In jerry cans. I'm waking up in the wee hours of the night throughout the week to fetch water with my jerry cans. Just that in the morning when the water has gone, I have my jerry cans full of water. And I'm like, I have paid. The thing is, I have paid you full amount. I haven't even left you with like a banja. I have paid you everything you asked for, and I don't have water, and you're making it on me, and I still don't have a meter. Like, oh my god, you guys. I wanted to cry. Literally. I wanted to mourn. Anyway. Then the third week of July, ideally this is the week when the water was supposed to be fixed. It hadn't been fixed. I call Kathy. Kathy starts picking up my calls because I've been complaining to her about the noise for like the past 2 weeks. I haven't even made a month yet in this house, mind you. I'm already being a headache. I call Kathy herself. I'm like, Madam, where is the water? Your daughter told me she sent you money to fix the water. Where is it? She's like, actually, you know what? The water, man, we still need some money. Maybe you can give us 1 more month. I'm just laughing at myself because I can't believe I went through this. The babe is like, maybe you can give us 1 more month of rent and then we can see how to put back the water. I'm like, and the 4 months I gave you, where have the 4 months gone? Eh? Where have the 4 months of rent gone? Weren't they supposed to cut for the water? She's like, yeah, we had some other issues. You know, we had to pay the contractors who finished the place that you're in right now, and then we had to overdo that. So you can just give us another 600K. It's okay. We just count it as your 5th month. We won't even count security anymore. The security will be a part of your month. So instead of having security in 3 months, you have 5 months in the house. I'm like, I don't want to stay here for 5 months with your noise and the lack of water. And I'm not going to give you another shilling because I already gave you 4 months worth of money. Do you think money goes on trees? Do you think I have money hidden in a suitcase somewhere? Please, my dear, give me what my money's worth. I paid for a house with water. Do not make me pay again for something you haven't even given me the first time I paid for it. So please. The woman doesn't answer my message. She switches me off. She didn't answer my WhatsApps. I think she still had beef from me going to her church and telling her to plug off the instrument so I can get some sleep. So July ends just like that. I have not seen water in the house. I'm like, you know what? In fact, like, okay, fine. I wanted to move out to experience this for myself, to see how I can grow out of my comfort zone, basically to not feel stuck in life. Like, because you can have that feeling whereby everyone around you seems to be moving at a faster pace than you are, which I felt like is what I was going through at the time, and I just wanted to move. And not that I want to move in a competitive manner, like to get ahead of those around me. No, but to feel like I am also moving. There's also momentum in my life. Like I may not be like, let's say, I don't know, the manager or the CEO of my place, but I have moved out of home and that's momentum. You get, and that's momentum. I just wanted momentum. So, but then by end of July, I was like, yeah, when I get this momentum. Oh, this for momentum. Like, oh my god, there's no water. The woman makes noise for me every weekend. I don't get sleep. And on top of making noise on Thursday and Friday, Sunday is like she doubles up on that noise. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. So I called the daughter. I tell the daughter, you know what? I love your unit. It's a beautiful one. I love the finishing. You guys did an excellent job with this unit, but I cannot stay here any longer. I can't stand the noise from your mother's church, and I cannot stand the fact that I don't have water. Like, water is so essential, you guys. Imagine timing when you can pee, timing when you can use the toilet because you don't have water. So you time. I had reached that level of timing. You guys, I can't go to the bathroom yet. I need to go to the bathroom like at 10. I can flash around midnight when I wake up to finish. Or like, man, I need to pee all the pee I can at work, so because I know at home I don't have water. Like that is how I was living. Crazy, crazy. So I tell Kathy's daughter, listen, I paid for 4 months, and I've only lived in this house July. I want to move out of this house September. Hmm? So basically, of those 4 months, remove 2 months and give them back to me. Give me back my 2 months worth of rent, and yeah, and we call it a day. But I'm moving out 1st of September because I cannot do this. I cannot stay like I cannot live like this. I can't live like I'm unwanted, like I'm unloved. I'm loved at home. Like I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. The mix of no water and noise, and the main root of my problem being the lady I'm paying my cash to, just did not make sense to me. So I tell her daughter, she's like, okay, I can't handle this anymore. Talk to mommy. I'm like, are you not the landlady? Is it not your establishment? Why are you sending me to your mother? Anyway, I called her mother. Jokingly, she has stopped answering my WhatsApp because I'm ever complaining about the noise from her church. I call her and I tell her everything. I'm like, listen, I love the place, but I cannot stand your noise and I can't stand the fact that there is no water, and I can't believe you're asking me for another month of rent to fix water. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It feels like there's loopholes that you're not giving me. You're not being honest with me 100%, and I just cannot continue staying in a place like this. So I'm giving you a heads up. Come September, I want my money back and I'm leaving. Of course, she's like, no, don't leave. Let's see what we can do. I'm like, nothing you can do because I've asked you know what to do. Put back water. Stop making noise for me in the night. Have your church services earlier. Have it from 5 p.m. onward up to 10 so that I can sleep. But you don't want to do that. You want to run your business how you want and you want to run your church how you want. Like, I cannot stay in a place like this. Of course, madam, as usual, she switched me off the phone. Like, this woman is joking, by the way. She woke up in the morning and I won't be in this house and I'll go with the keys. Anyway, so I resolve that come what may, me, I'm leaving. I even tell my neighbor, like, David, you know what? Personally, I'm leaving this place. I can't stand the noise. He's like, yeah, man, I hear you. Even me, I think I'm going to move out after my months are done. Because even him, he had just moved in a month before me. So he was also like, I cannot do this anymore. I think I'll also move. So I've made up my mind to what? To move out of a place. Now, you guys, tell me why. 2 weeks, I think it was about a week and a few days after I had this conversation with my landlady and tell her plainly like I'm moving out of a place in September. I come back home. You guys, oh god. I'm telling you this story as I am also going through it again in my head, and I'm beginning to see like how weirdly the coincidences occur. Like, anyway, let me give you that gist. So this random day, I go for coffee with a friend of mine called Luther. We go for coffee at the Enduro that's at Acacia. And after coffee, I think this was around, when was this? About early August. Yeah, I go out for coffee with my friend and then I come back to my home. And usually I used to work late. Like, there's some other stuff I would do, like, let's say editing episodes of this podcast or posters for my small business for bonnets and what. Basically, all writing, because I also write like short stories and stuff. Okay, let me tell you, I'm genuinely not marketing myself. I'm just I'm just telling you how my evenings used to go. Oh, some extra classes I used to do at the time. So this evening I was editing a podcast episode, and I was editing it till late in the night at around 2 a.m. I feel like it was a Wednesday night, I believe. Wednesday or Thursday. No, it was a Wednesday night because there was no noise. Anyway, so I'm editing this podcast and I finished editing it around like 2 a.m. and I'm exhausted. Now, I usually sleep with my belongings, like my essential belongings, in my bedroom where I lock them inside, and then my living room space and my bathroom room space. I leave the usuals there, but my phones, my laptop, that stuff, my working bag, they're always in my bedroom. And it's not like a intentional thing. It's just because at home, that's how I was. Like, in my parents' home, I'd come from work, come right into my room with my laptop and my working bag. So I just did the same thing when I moved out. Like, when I come back home, I first thing I do is put my laptop on my bed, my work bag on my bedside, empty it, put my phones to charge, and then go to the kitchen. So I usually do that. But this time around, I was working late and I decided to work from the living room. And then I just left everything there in the living room. And I was like, it's 2 a.m. I'm just going to sleep for like what, 4 5 hours. I'll be back. I'll be up by 8. I'll be up by 7:30. Yeah. I'll pack the things. I don't have to unpack the whole bag. Let me just leave it in the living room. I'll come back and pick it up in the morning on the way to work. Now, before I tell you what happened, let me give you context of what this house, of the structure of this house. Yeah, it's in a gate. It's in a low gate. The fence is also low. The gate does not close. The gate doesn't close properly. Like if somebody pushed it from outside, the gate would open. It doesn't lock close properly. That's the kind of house it is. Where I stay in my unit, there are two doors to access it. There is the glass door, a glass sliding door, and then there's burglarance after the glass door. But the burglarance, whatever, is not like your typical kind of burglarance whereby somebody can't literally fit through. This one is pillars, just like long pillars across the doorway. So you can fit through, like let's say like your hand or a part of your head can fit through depending on how small you are. But that's the kind of situation. Now when I moved in, I asked the landlady, I asked Kathy to give me the keys, the main key to the glass door. And she told me the glass door doesn't close properly. But when you close the barricade, somebody cannot what? Pass through. Plus the gate closes. So really you're okay. Mind you, remember my unit is the newest. And most importantly, it's the first unit you see when you open the main door. Now, I think you can already guess what happened. That unfaithful night when I come back and work late. I wake up in the morning the next day and I don't even notice it at first. I just wake up in the morning. My first instinct is to sweep, go around the living room, clean up the kitchen a bit. So as I'm there sweeping, I'm like, okay, before I iron, let me pack my working bag. So at least I have my work bag packed, my clothes ironed. So from the shower, I just up, pick up my bag and go. I look around the living room. Can I see my working bag? I can't see it. I'm like, huh? I'm like, wait. I look again around the living room. My living room is not big, mind you. It's very small. In like 5 steps, you've finished the whole room. I cannot find the bag I used to go to work. I'm like, hold up. I know for a fact I came back with the bag. I didn't leave it at work. I came back with it. Where is that bag? Guys, could I find the bag? Was the bag in the room with us? No, it wasn't. My heart is not in my chest. I'm like, what the hell? Where is my bag? It's not with me, guys. It's not with me. I'm like, there is no way. I decided to call a friend of mine called Christabel. So she had gone to Mook for work. I call her. I'm like, babe, I can't find my bag. She's like, what do you mean? Did you come back home with it? I'm like, I did. Don't ask me obvious questions. I came back home with the bag. I cannot find it. She's like, Camilla, check. I'm like, girl, you've been here. There's not much to check. The bag is not in the room with us. Oh my goodness. I begin to spiral. She's like, oh my god. But now, thankfully, I sleep with my phone. And let me tell you guys, my mom has always told me don't sleep with your phone. But I am so glad I never paid attention to that rule. Because if I listened to it, I would have lost my phone. And I don't know how I would have made it through that day without a phone. Anyway, so I tell Christabel, she's like, oh my god, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call? Like, I can't come. I'm at work. I'm sorry, I can't come to you. What do we do? I'm like, you know what? Let me first call my sister. I call my sister Priscilla. She's not picking. At the time, she was staying with my mom. She's not picking. I call my mother. Mother is not picking. I'm spiraling, you guys. I'm not I'm not thinking straight. I'm just standing in my living room that I have disorganized, and I can't believe what is happening. Mind you, I'm supposed to be reporting to work at this hour. So I'm there not thinking straight. My workmate calls me. There's something the CEO needs. I'm like, I have been robbed. I don't even know how to help you because they have taken the work phone, my laptop, my ID, my permit, my bank cards, my life. Basically, the nigga packed my entire bag that I go with to work. My life had been swept out of this house. I don't have what I can use to help you. My husband is like, oh my God, that's so sad. What are we going to do? You know what, Pamela? Call your landlady and call somebody who can be with you right there and then in that situation because you're not in the right headspace. And then get to the police and write a report. I didn't even think of all that stuff. Me, I was just stuck. Like, what? How do I go on? How do I move on from this situation? Like, what is even happening? So my workmate tells me, like, follow those, just do all those three. Call somebody to be with you right there and then. Call your landlady, tell them what has happened. Find police. Write a police statement because you're going to need police letters for your national ID, for your permit, for your bank cards, for the work phone. So, sort yourself out and locate the LC. All those. I was like, I can't believe I've reached this level of adulting. Like when I wanted to move out, this is not what I wanted for myself. Like, how did we even get here? anyways. So I call a person I was dating at the time. I call him, I tell him, yo, I have been robbed. Poor guy has also just woken up from his sleep. He's like, what? I'm like, bruh, I have been robbed. He's like, oh my goodness, oh my God, what do you mean? How did this happen? You know what? Let me find how to get to you. I'm like, okay, this one clearly won't get to me as soon as now. I need someone to stand with me now, as I wait for him to get here. As I'm still on the call with him, I see my mom is trying to call me. So I tell him, let me pick up my mother's call. And yeah. So I pick up my mother. I tell my mom what has happened. Mom is like, put me on the phone with the landlady right now. I told her to fix that gate. I told her to give you the keys to that glass door. Like, these are things I told her to do already. What do you mean? Like, this is the situation I knew would happen. She's like, get me on the call with the landlady right now. So I do like a conference call. I add the landlady on the call. Before I can even explain to the landlady what has happened to me, my mom is blowing her like, I told you to give me the her keys. I told you to fix your gate. I knew something like this would happen. What if I had woken up the news of Eminata being dead? What would you have told me? What would you have told me? How dare you put my child in this situation? You have a child. Imagine someone does this. You people. I'm just there in the midst of all this, like, yo, 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 yo. Anyways, so she's blowing. The landlady just goes off the phone. She switches off. She gets off the line. I'm like, Mommy, she has gone off. She's like, this woman is mad. Let me call her myself. I'm like, Mommy, you know what? You first calm down. Let me call her without you on the call. So I end the call with my mom. I call the landlady again and I tell her I have been robbed. She's like, oh my goodness, how? I'm like, I don't know. You come and find out. I don't know how I've been robbed. I've been robbed. I don't have my laptop. I don't have my phones. My work phones have been taken. She's like, oh no, oh my goodness. Okay, let me see what to do. Let me get some people. What did she say? I'm forgetting the Luganda word she used. But let me get some people to come and and look around the house and figure out. She said, let me get the LC3 and a few about defense. Yeah, to come navigate the area. And now essentially, I thought that the thieves had gone through that hole in the roof. Or what is it called? There was like a hole in the roof and then a hole in the bathroom. Now, the hole was in the roof outside on the balcony, and the second hole was in my bathroom. So I thought the guys had gone through that car hole from the balcony and gone through the house and come out of the hole in the bathroom and then taken my stuff. I didn't think that they had slid the glass door open, used some longest wire to pull my bag and laptop from the other end of the room and passed it through the burglars and taken my bag. So that was my first thinking. So her son comes. Kathy's son is the first one on the scene. He comes, he looks around the house, he's like, what do you think happened? I tell him what my theory. He's like, there is no way, because there's a wall in between the ceiling hall and the bathroom hall. There's a wall like within the roofing that cannot permit somebody to pass through to get into your house. Plus, if they managed to do that, they would have stolen more than your laptop. They would have taken your TV. They would have taken your fridge. Like, we would have found footprints in the house. Basically, that's not how they got your belongings. So I'm not even thinking straight. I'm just looking at him like I don't give a damn. I don't even know what I need right now. I need not to be in this situation. As we are still there, I remembered, oh my goodness, I have a friend who literally works 3 minutes away. So I call my friend Cindy. I tell Cindy, listen, I need help. I've been robbed. Girl, first of all, shout out to Cindy, because I don't know. I don't know what I would have done without you in this situation, babe. I don't know what I would have done. Cindy gets up from her desk. In 5 minutes, she's at my house. Not me tearing up. Anyway, in 5 minutes, you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, the girl is walking through that door. What happened? I'm like, girl, I have been robbed. She's like, what do you mean? Like, I have been robbed. She's like, okay, talk me through it. Like, what is happening? So I tell her, like, everything, like, whom I have called, what my suspicions are. Basically, everything up to the point where she was coming. She's like, okay, let me stay with you. Let's figure this thing out together. So as we are there, I don't know how. I think it was when the LC came in, because the LC3 joined the Sun eventually in trying to understand how the thieves accessed my house. The LC3 asked me, how do you lock your door when you're going to sleep? So I explained to him, I am still waiting for the glass keys from the landlady. She never gave me my glass keys. So I lock the barricade. And yeah, I get to my house and I sleep. He's like, "Ochimanya bado osula bweru," which means you know that you have been sleeping outside. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you've been sleeping outside because somebody only had to slide that glass door and access your house inside. Like, the woman has been making you sleep outside. Did you know that? Hmm? At this point, the son just walks away from the whole scenario. So he leaves me there with the LC3. He's like, this woman is unserious. How can she let you sleep outside like this? How can she not give you the key to this house? How long have you been here for? I'm like, this is my second month. He's like, somebody has been monitoring you from day one. From day one, they've been monitoring you and they have tested this door. Probably you have never noticed because you've never left anything valuable in the living room. But the fact that this was your first time to leave something and it has been taken means that someone has slid this door before and had been checking this house to look for something to steal. And unfortunately, yesterday they found something they could steal. I'm like, oh my god, this is so. Listen, like there's something about theft that is so scary. Like the fact that somebody could access my personal space is so unnerving. It's like I, I felt over violated. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic, you guys. I'm the least okay, I'm dramatic, but I'm the least dramatic in that sense kind of person. I'm the kind of person who's ever saying it's never that serious, it's never that deep. That's my motto. But you guys, when you have been robbed in the comfort of your home and you're the only one who stays in that house, I mean, it is so unnerving. I can't put it in words. It feels like you have been ripped off of your clothing and you're just walking around naked, and everyone can see you naked, but you can't see everyone else naked. That's how it feels. Because it could be anybody. It could be your neighbor. It could be the guy, the border guy you used to go to work. It could literally be anybody robbing you. That is how unnerving that thing is. So anyway, after the LC3 guy tells me that, Jazz, it makes sense. Like the thief just slid the glass door and accessed my house. Anyway, my friend Cindy is like, okay, what, because she can see that I'm disoriented at that moment. She tells the guy, what do we do from here? The guy is like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go wait for the LC1 to come here, pick you guys up. We go to his office, record a statement of what has happened, record what has been stolen, get the letter stamped, and then you go to the police somewhere in Chisasi, get police letters that because you will need them to replace the things that have been stolen. And then the LC1 will be able to talk to you and the landlady on how to move on from here. My advice to you, however, that you don't spend the night here because the thief has seen what can be taken. Also, make sure before you leave, you fix the glass door. I'm like, cool. So I call my mom had called me again. I tell her what happened. I tell her what's up and what we're going to do. She's like, okay, keep me posted. So I go with I wait with my friend Cindy at home until the LC1 comes to my house. They pick us up, my friend and I. We go to his office. It's not even very far from where I stay because I was staying around Sebagala Road. He was like, like 5-10 minutes away. So we get to his office, we record a statement, which is basically me telling him what has happened and him writing it down in a letter. That's what the statement is, guys. Anyway, we record the statement. I explain what has happened, what you write down, everything. I have lost. There are even things I don't even remember. I lost so many things, you guys. My watch, a very nice watch. Oh my goodness, I have looked for it left, right, and center. I have failed to find that watch. Anyway, the watch, my earphones, my laptop, my flash drive with all the stories. I had written a bunch of stories. Gone, just gone. My laptop, I already mentioned that. My phone, my first phone I ever bought for myself with my first salary when I was working in Nairobi. My A52. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm very sentimental for things like that. It was my first ever phone for my salary, you guys. Taken. And I had kept that phone like it was dilapidated. The back was going sliding off, but I had kept it. I even had a new phone I had bought for myself, but I kept that phone because anyway, stolen. The phone for work with all the work emails, all the work contacts, all the work pictures, all the data for work, that the WhatsApp number, eh, taken, taken. My books that oh my goodness, my life, you guys. My national ID, yo, my permit. Okay, guys, the man robbed me clean. Eh? The funny thing is, there was no cash. Thank God for mobile money because there was no cash whatsoever in that bag. But the things in there were anyway priceless, to be honest, because there's content I'll never get back. The things I had written, there are so many stuff I had drafts that I had come up with because I was currently working on some short stories collection with a friend of mine. Taken, guys, taken clean. Anyway, so I just tell the landlady, the LC1, what I could remember in the bag. And yeah, he writes down the letter for me. He tells my friend and I to get a border and go to the police. So we get borders, we go to the police, and my man Cindy helped me really block all my cards. Were there blocking cards? I couldn't even remember my bank numbers. She was able to help me block my cards, my bank cards, and yeah, also talk to some of my workmates and tell them like, yo, she can't pick up the call right now, but like this is the situation at hand, this is where we are, things like that. So finally, when I come back to after we record the statement with the police and we get our police letters for each and every item that needs to be replaced, we come back to the house, and then finally, this is like 5 hours later. It's like 3 p.m. That is when the landlady decides to show up. I called her in the morning at 8 a.m. when it had dawned on me that I had been robbed. She shows up at 3 p.m. 3 to 4 around there. Banange, what happened? Oh no, banange bakubye, tutalonye banange. bakobe batya. My goodness, kyokka nange bibaawo, nange kyambeerako munange omubbi yajja n'anzibako ebintu byange nga ndi awo nga ndyebase ne nzikuka ng'essente bazitutte. Banna, can you imagine? You guys. Wabula Kathy, I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but if you ever listen to this podcast, it's cool I haven't used your real name. I'm nice. I should have used your real name. But Madam Kathy, if you ever listen to this podcast, check yourself. Go for therapy. You need help. How can somebody have been robbed in your care and you're there trying to console them by referring to your own experience? You're the same woman who told me that thieves have never seen that environment. Thieves don't even know about that environment. What is a thief? Who is a thief? Where is thief? You assured me of security. When I asked you to fix that gate, I asked you to the key to my house. You assured me of security, Madam Kathy. Only for you to tell me you've been robbed before in the same environment. Kampala Sibizimbe. Anyway, so she's there telling me, oh no, I can't believe it has happened to you, but it happened to me before even me, it happened to me, Manange. They even came to my house, they even took my money. Chakanga, it was just right there next to me when I was sleeping. This is so sad. What are you going to do now? What are we going to do? Manange, how do I even help you? Can you imagine, you people? Can you imagine this woman? And I also told her, as a morning, do you know that you had left your tenants to sleep outside of the house? How can you allow somebody to enter your building without giving them the house keys and you tell them to lock themselves with padlocks? What if this person had come with something to cut the padlock open? Do you know who could have woken up to a dead body in this house? Kathy begins rolling her eyes. Can you imagine? Mind you guys, Kathy is not a young lady. Kathy is an old woman with 2 children, adults. She's rolling her eyes. I can only laugh. She's rolling her eyes at the LC. They tell her, do you know you've been leaving your tenant sleeping outside? In fact, you're supposed to pay her a compensation for the things that have been stolen. At least give her 1 million shillings to at least replace the whatever things that have been stolen. Because now she has to replace things for work. She still has to report to work tomorrow and she has been robbed clean. When they tell Kathy that, and then they tell her, and make sure that you fix that door before she leaves today. They told her she can't stay here today, but you have to fix that door. Then the woman walk away. While the OC one is still talking to her, mid-sentence. The woman walks away, you guys. I could not believe it. I was like, that chick walked away. So anyway, the OC one tells me, my advice for you is this: find somebody to take you home today, because I don't think you can sleep here today. But before you leave to go home, make sure that the lady has fixed the glass door and can lock, and she's given you the key, because the thief is going to come back. He has seen that there's only a padlock that can be cut open to access your fridge, your TV, or everything. They are going to come back. So I'm like, cool. So Kathy disappears. I call her. I tell her I'm not living here until you find out a metal smith guy to fix my glass door. You won't believe what comes out of Kathy's mouth. I don't have money for the metal smith guy. The metal smith guy is going to cost me 70,000. I don't have money. Can you imagine, you guys? I've been robbed. What do you mean? What do I want me to do for you? What do I want me to do for you, Miss Kathy? Anyways, I just switch off the phone. I don't have energy. I'm still there with Cindy. Then the guy I was dating at the time comes home around like what? I think it was around 5:30, 6 around there. Comes home, I give him a debrief of what is happening, how I'm feeling. I'm just tired. At that point I was just tired. I was like, I can't believe I was looking forward to moving out and this is it. This is what it has come down to. Like, how sad. I was really looking forward to this for myself. And Madame Kathy had just ruined it for me. Anyways, so I explained him the whole situation, what has happened, how far we have reached, everything. He's like, cool, let me talk to what? The landlady. So he talks to the landlady, tells her, like, you have to be serious with your business. Like, you are one who making it, you're the one where there's no water. Like, you can't run a business like this. We cannot also pay the metal smith for you. You have to at least bring off like some money, bring up the money to pay up for this thing. Because, somebody has just been robbed. Just know they talked for a very long time. Finally, the landlady brings a guy to fix my door. And in my head, I'm like, so you could have done, like when I asked for this, you could have done it already. Why didn't you do it earlier? Like, why is it that I had to first get robbed for it fix? Oh God. Anyway, he fixes the door. The guy gives me the key of the door that he has fixed. And then we can you imagine? I'm like Kathy. She really didn't have money, Munange. So Bambi, the poor man, had to pay. Had to pay for the what? The metal smith to fix my door. After that, my friend Cindy Bambi, she has to go home. So she goes home. I just pack up the belongings I need and I go back home. 1 month and 2 weeks after moving out of my parents' home, guess who came back? Guess who came back? Me, Nachuntu. I came back. I came back to my parents' home. Came back to my parents' home. I couldn't stay. I couldn't stay there, guys. I couldn't do it. I came back to the home properly. I think now when I had moved out, coincidentally, I had moved out at the time when my sister had moved back in because she had just delivered. So now I had no room because she was in the room I was sleeping in. I was sleeping on my parents' floor, waiting for her until she goes back to her husband so I can move back into my room. I could not go back to my house actually. I physically couldn't spend the night there. Like I kept on, even when I went back there to like get my belongings for like the week, clothes for the week, I kept on feeling that the person who robbed me is watching my every move. Like I could not spend a second in that house. Ella, at the end of August, I came back, packed up my things, told Kathy, I want my money back. All of it. I want it back. Not, of course, not all, but like I've only stayed here 2 months. Literally spent here 1 month and 2 weeks, but it's fine. We are going to count 2 months. I want 2 months back worth of rent. That's about 1.2 m. That's what I want back. The woman is like, okay, fine, I'll give it to you. And I give her the date. I'm like, I'm coming back to remove every belonging of mine on the 3rd of September. And I want my money back in cash on the 3rd of September. She's like, fine. I come back on the 3rd of September. Don't I find her fixing the gate? She has put cement on the gate. But now that cement has to dry, I can't move out. I'm like, this woman is mad. I have called a truck to come and move my things out. I have communicated to you, I'm moving out today. You decided to cement the gate when I'm moving out. Are you stupid? Honestly, I have informed you. I just pack up my things. I'm like, it's fine. We shall jump I'll throw my things over the gate. But I'm not spending. I'm not doing this again. As I'm there telling her like I want to move out now, I communicated earlier. Doesn't her son come and want to fight me? Hey people, this story is just crazy. Like the man want to fight me. Mbu, mbu, you're being, or what did he say? You're being disrespectful to my mother. Because I told that guy, I told the lady Kathy, don't be mad. Those were my words. I was like, don't be mad. I told you I'm moving out on the 3rd of September. I sent you a message this morning. I'm moving out today. I got my keys from you because I had left her with the keys to show the room to people to get me back my money. Get another tenant and give me back my money. Which is another thing for another day, because what kind of landlady? Anyway, that landlady was something else altogether. So I was like, don't be mad. And then the Santos comes and she's like, who are you trying? Who are you trying to call mad? You're even foolish, you're stupid. I get the same woman who went shouting people in the church. I'm like, that happened literally 2 months ago. And secondly, and then what? And then what? Okay, and then what? Or for you, would you sleep in a place with a church shouting for you up to 4 in the morning? Like, you guys. And I was looking at the sun like, whenever I come for you for help, you just walk away. You inform me to your daughter. Now, why are you here? I mean, you inform me to your mother. Now, why are you here trying to fight a battle that you are not part of? I'm not addressing you. The man decides to throw fists at me, you guys. Eh? The man decides to throw fists like someone has to hold him back. He wants to fight me. He wants to, like, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to beat you up. You people. Oh my god, you guys. I can't believe it happened to me in real life. I feel like it was a movie. Now that I think about it, I can't believe it happened to me. Anyway, just know I told them, beat me all you want, slap me all you want. I'm moving out. I don't care if the cement is not going to dry. I want to get out of this house. So I pack up my things. I was with my mother. Pack up my things, your mother, my uncle. We put the things in the moving truck and we leave with the house keys. I told the woman, when you pay me back my money, I'll give you back your house keys. I left with the house keys. Hey, mind you, up to now, this was when? This was like October. No. This was September. Yes, 3rd September 2024. No, 2025. We are now in February 2026. I am still waiting for my money to be given to me. I still have the house keys. I know for a fact they have already opened that door. There's probably already a tenant in there. But the chick only paid me. Okay, fine. She gave me a good amount. She gave me like 80% of the money that she owed me. Like, cause she owed me 1.2, so she gave me 1 M. So there's still 200K she's supposed to give me back. To date, I'm still waiting for that money. I even stopped calling her. The chick blocked me probably. I've never checked again, but she blocked me everywhere. I even got like an army guy to help me get my money back. I think she blocked the army guy as well. I went through the LC. LC was like, Kathy, we know her. She's like that. Can you imagine? All this for what? All this for boy, I wanted to feel momentum. Oh god. Anyway, guys, that is my moving out experience. Would I do it again though? Yeah, I would definitely move out of my parents' home again, but now I know better. I know exactly what to look for. I know exactly what I want. Like, the thing about moving out, aside from my holiday experience, there were some thoughts I had that I just let me put words to these thoughts. I paid rent for 4 months to a house where I could only enjoy it in the evening because I work. So I leave this house at 8 in the morning. From 8 to 5, it's empty. I come back at 5 p.m. I barely enjoy it because I want to sleep early. And then I'm back to work the next day. Like, I felt like I was paying so much money for a space that I only enjoy over the weekend. It just felt like such a scam. Like, I'm paying for a space 600K, and I actually, if I'm to put it into context, it's like I only enjoy 300K of that space. So the other 300K is not enjoyed by anybody. It's just money that the landlady has earned. I found that so baffling in my head. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I had that constant nagging thought in my head, like I feel like I'm paying for nothing. I'm paying for access, but I'm not even using it. So with that experience, I feel like when I move out next, I'm moving out into a smaller compartment because I can't pay for a 1 bedroom and I barely use it. Like, I'm either in the room or in the living room. Like, I just felt like I'm paying so much money for something I'm not using 100%. It's a resource I'm not maximizing 100%. Yet I'm paying for it 100%. So that being said, the next time I move out, I'm moving into a what? A single. I know it's small, but at least I won't feel like I'm paying so much money and it's just there. It has gone to someone's pocket. I now know what to look for, guys. I'm looking for a gate that closes. I am not moving to a house with a pastor as my landlord, and I'm not moving to a house near a church. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I can't. the things that I want are very clear to me. But I feel like I paid such a very expensive price to learn these lessons. Like these are lessons I could have easily learned from somebody else. But anyway, we live, we learn. The experience was one hell of an experience. I wouldn't go through it again. But I mean, I am who I am now because of it. So if you're out there and you want to move out of your home, guys, do it. But learn from my mistakes. Please get that clauses. Get a landlady that is educated. I feel like that I was with was not educated because their decisions she made that didn't make sense. Like, how are you running a church next to your renters? Did you really go to school? I don't think so. But anyway, that's her situation. Please don't do the same mistakes I made. Don't rush the decision. Like, okay, give yourself a deadline. I want to move out by this time. But then, like, kakana. Take your time. Find what you want. It may not be possible to find 100% of what you want, but find 60% so that you can move into something peaceful. Don't be like me. Ask the tenants. of- Do your homework. Ask the tenants, how do you find this place? Is it okay? Because I feel like if I had asked David how he found the place, I would not have moved in. Okay, I don't know because I'm big headed, but at least I would have made the move with knowledge. Does that make sense? I wouldn't be green. Anyways, I don't regret it. I don't regret the decision to move, but it could have been done better. That's all I can say. So, this episode has been so long. I can't believe I have yapped for 1 hour and 35 minutes. I'm definitely breaking this episode into two. So this is probably part two that you're listening to, but that is my honest story, and thank you so much for listening to this episode. And just like that, we have come to the end of season 1 of Honestly. Listen, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to whoever is listening to my voice right now. Thank you. The podcast honestly is existing because of you. I just had this idea in 2024 to create a space like this one where people can come and just share their experiences, because I feel like we are all more or less the same. Everyone is going through something somebody else has gone through before, and it's just easier when you can relate to each other and your different experiences. That's why I created the platform honestly, and I'm so grateful for the support that I have received from each and every one of you listeners on each and every platform that the podcast is on. I cannot put into words how proud and yet how overwhelmed with positive emotion I feel when I talk about this dream of mine. So thank you to each and every one of you all. Thank you for listening. Thank you to all the guys who come back to me with insights of what they have learned, and the guys who share the links with their people to the episode that they like. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. Most especially to the guests that I have hosted in the Honestly podcast. I have learned so much from you people. Starting with the Sajoki story, I learned so much about how to create a business from scratch and just learning on the job, being bored. I learned so much about Hannah's story and how to confront people in the workspace. I learned so much, shockingly, learned so much from Henry's story with a nightmare with a body. That was such a funny experience. From Tendo's story about his medical journey in Uganda and the things he has had to go through. And guys, Denzel's story about the Ugandan film industry. I bet you I didn't even think that there was a Ugandan film industry, but hello, it's there and it's vibrant and it's growing, and we know something about it thanks to Denzel. Shout out to Angela as well for sharing her experience in an emotionally abusive relationship. There's so much I picked from that on how to read the signs early on, in your partner before you can get into a situation that is regretful. I learned so much from Belinda's content creation story. Girl, I mean, I keep on borrowing insights from that story. I learned so much from David's story as a person working in the hospitality industry in Uganda. Trust me, these days I always ask the people that are wait on me in restaurants how they are doing, if their day is okay. I try to make them smile because in my head I just see David, and definitely Emma. Oh my goodness, Emma. To date, I am challenging myself to be mentally fit in every sense of the word. So, to all of my guests, to each and every one of you that have been open and vulnerable and authentic on this podcast, I cannot say thank you enough. I don't think it's easy to come and talk to a couple of strangers on the internet about something so true to you. And I'm so grateful for that. And I cannot wait to host even more guests in the coming season, guys. Keep on the lookout. Season 2 is going to be popping with funnier, more authentic stories, honest stories from honest strangers. Do not miss out on season 2. Remember to follow us wherever you find us. We are on Spotify. I know Spotify podcast is not straight in Uganda, but for my Kenyan audience and my audience abroad, you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Music. You can find us on YouTube podcast that I think is for everybody. You can find us on Castbox. You can find us on iPod, on Podtail. I mean, wherever you listen to podcasts, I know you will find us. Honestly, is right there. It is Ohnestly. You can't fail to find us everywhere. And to the family that has grown us from the grassroots up to where we are currently at 60 followers across all platforms. I am grateful to each and every one of you. We started at 0 and now we are here in under 1 year. Super grateful to you all, and I encourage you all to share the podcast, share the link, share the story you like, talk about it, comment, I don't know, interact with the platform, because the more you do, the more it's recommended to other listeners. And yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy the honest journey. And if you have a story to share, reach out to me on my Twitter or Instagram, or you could fill in the form I've attached in the show notes. On whichever platform that you're listening to this podcast from, you can find the form. Just fill in the form and I will reach out to you personally and will record your honest story. It's a very safe space for you, whether you want to record it anonymously or you want to maintain your identity. Whichever it is, I can do the magic to get your story out there and let people relate to you or understand you or just laugh with you or cry with you. Whatever the emotion is, let us share it together. I think that is it from me. Until the next season, see you guys. Yeah, stay tuned for season 2. We'll be coming back very, very soon with better, funnier, more hilarious, honest stories. Bye.